Hello everybody, Prowl here, and today I have some very interesting information for you about maps, including some Bedrock exclusives that are pretty cool, and some interesting features and tricks that you probably don't even know exist, or if you do, you don't realize that you should be using them. So let's jump in. Wait a second. Oh, Blue Jay said at some point he was going to drop me off a gift. Prowl, thanks for the coal. I don't know if this junk is worth anything or not. I have so much of it already. You can have it, including my Project Box 2.0. Don't blow it up. The last time I opened a chest that he left, I almost got blown up. Okay, I don't see any kind of potential trap. I'm still very scared. Huh. Okay, I think we're safe. Some arrows. Saddles. Oh, we just recently found a saddle, but I'll definitely take more. Ooh, diamond horse armor. A swift sneak book. We're gonna have to get this on our own at some point. I'm not gonna use this. The discs are fine. The leads I'm okay with. I'm okay with taking those. But this guy right here, we can't accept this. This is too much progression. But you know what we... Hello? You guys hear that skeleton? Anyways, this is what we will do. Blue Jay's gift. All right, and that's gonna go. I don't know. We'll put it right here. The rest of this stuff is pretty inconsequential, so I think we'll keep it all. Anyways, let's get started talking about maps. And the first part of that is going to be how to make a map in the first place. Well, making a map is actually really easy, so much to the point that it's actually easier on Bedrock Edition than it is on Java Edition. You need paper first. You can turn sugarcane into paper. We're just going to go ahead and we'll make a stack of it. Maybe I'll make 2 stacks of it. Why not? Paper's pretty useful for other things as well. And there's a couple of ways that we can go through here. We can make a map. And not only that, but there's 2 types of maps on Bedrock Edition that we can make. The first type is this right here. It's just an empty map. This actually does not exist on Java Edition, believe it or not. This is a Bedrock Edition exclusive. If we click on the empty map here, it will boom. It will make a map right here. This map, this regular map on Bedrock Edition, it has no markers on it. No markers at all. So if you're looking for something just to make a map wall or something like that off of, which we will talk about a little bit later, the empty map is where you want to go. Also, cool little side note, the map can go in your offhand as well. That way you can still have out a tool, a sword, whatever. So you can run around with your map as it invisibly floats in the air and your hand is not holding it at all. Wait, is there? And it looks pretty awkward, but it's fine. We'll accept it. That's not the only type of map that we can make though. If we make a compass, which can be made with iron and redstone, and then we surround that compass with paper, we can make ourselves a locator map. This is equivalent to the map in Java Edition. You open this bad boy up and it'll have markers on it. The marker that's on there right now is the player marker. It will move around the map while the map, of course, will stay still. And if Blue Jay were to be on the world, or anybody that you have logged into your world at the same time, they will show up on this map too, either directly on it if they're close enough to you, or their little marker will show up off on the side. Now, we just actually wasted a lot of materials there because we don't need to make those this way on Bedrock Edition. This is another Bedrock Edition exclusive right here, is you can actually make your map on the cartography table on Bedrock Edition. All you need to do is put a piece of paper down right here, and that will make you a map. Or if you put a compass down with it, it will make you a locator map. So instead of using 8 sheets of paper, this will only cost you 1 every single time you need to do it. So if you're on Bedrock Edition, this is 100% the way that you're going to want to make your maps. Maps can also be found as treasure loot inside of sunken ships, in chests inside of strongholds, or in a chest in a village inside of a cartographer house. So with that out of the way, now we have to put the maps to use. And I think I want to do this in a couple of different ways. We're going to make a larger size map first. I guess that's where we should start. And that's actually super easy to do. You go to your cartography table and you're going to want to take one of your locator maps, one of the ones that actually has the locator information on it, which for us is this guy right here. That's map number 1. So map number 2 we don't need. And maybe I think I can name this. We're going to change the name of this to large area map. And now we're going to take this map over here and we're going to upgrade it. This is actually currently a level 0 out of 4 map. Maps have 5 different levels total. Level 0 shows an area, if you look at the map, 128 blocks across. Every single little dot you see on that map is an actual block. That's what the blocks look like from that top-down view of the map. So this is 128 blocks across, and if we pop this in here and we add a piece of paper to it, we can expand it to a level 1 map. Funny thing is, again, our friends on Java Edition have to do it this way. This is how you expand the map and level it up to show a larger area on Java Edition. Not very effective. So on Bedrock Edition, make sure you use your cartography table. And then once you take the map out, it will now be a level 1 map. A level 1 map, as you see, all the little blocks are smaller and we can now see less area, and my player information is now gone. Okay. I'm not sure what happened with this other map. Was it because I named it? I'm not sure. But on this guy, it became not a locator map anymore. Maybe I messed up somewhere along the way. Anyways, we have this guy right here. So now he's a size 1 map, and size 1 you can see shows a lot more area. I'm gonna pop this in again, throw it in with some more paper, pull it out. Now we're a size 2 map. Look, the area that we have available is even smaller. Size 1 or level 1 map was 256 blocks across. It doubles each time basically. So now that we've gone from size 1 to size 2, we're 512 blocks across. We could pop the map in again. A size 3 or level 3 map is 1024 blocks across. And then finally, the maximum size map, level 4, this is 2048 blocks across. This is the maximum size map that you can have. Now, for us to reveal more of the map, we simply just have to travel. As we run around, I know this is bobbing around, it's gonna be a little bit annoying. Like, let's say I start headed down the path here towards Blue Jays, for example. You see that the amount of area being revealed on the map is getting larger. This does not matter what size, render distance, simulation distance, none of that matters for how much of the map you uncover. It's just, that's how far it uncovers. So you can see it was making it a little bit larger. So what I want to do here is I want to uncover all of the map. I want to be able to see the whole thing. So for us to do that, we have to travel literally everywhere that is like currently not revealed. And we're going to do something really cool along the way. Something that you probably don't even know exists on Bedrock Edition, and something that if you watch Java Edition creators, you're probably a little jealous of. Well, guess what? You can kind of do it on Bedrock Edition. I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to show you. But first, we need to get some supplies. Okay, I think we're fully supplied up. We're going to grab our cartography table here. And this is what I have. A stack of blocks, always good to have so you can pillar up. We have, I think we're going to get a horse for our journey to help us travel faster. So I brought some horse armor because of course you have to armor your horse. I got some leads and a saddle. Thanks to Blue Jay for those. I don't feel bad about using these. I think these are fine to use. A boat for traveling across water, some fences to like tie our horse up to if we need to for some reason, some item frames, some paper, and the cartography table. And I'm going to show you why we need those things. Oh, and an anvil. I'm going to show you why we need those things as soon as we get to Blue Jay's base. And of course, I got a bed with me too. That way we can sleep along the way. But let's go ahead. Let's pull out our map. Your map has to be out. I did not mention this. Your map does have to be out for you to actually uncover or discover the new area. So throw it in your offhand is my best recommendation. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to see anything. And you can hold out a sword or a bow or whatever to keep yourself safe. But we're going to run over to Blue Jay's base first. And then I'm going to show you the best method that you can do to make sure you uncover your entire large map. Okay, here we are at Blue Jay's base. And I'm going to put down a map marker here. But I don't think I want him to easily see it, because if he does, then maybe he'll remove it when he sees it. So what if we hide it? What if we hide it somewhere where it is in his base? It would technically be visible, but that he probably won't actually see it. Aha, I have the perfect spot. Okay, cartography table down. We're going to put in our map that we need to take out of our offhand. We're going to put our map in the cartography table. Oh, actually, first, we need to make a new map, just a regular map. Then we're going to place our map here and place the new map here, and it's going to make a copy of the map. I now have 2 copies of the same map. These 2 copies, they're linked together in the sense that they will stack. But I don't think, actually, we're going to test this. I don't remember if they're connected together to where if I explore everything on one map, if the other map will update. I'm not 100% sure. We're going to try this towards the end. But for now, I'm going to put down an anvil. I'm going to put down one of these maps. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to because I want to. I'm going to type in Blue Jay's base. And now I have a map here that says was named Blue Jay's base. I'm going to take my item frame. I'm going to place it somewhere that Blue Jay hopefully won't see it, but it's technically visible if he was really paying attention. I'm going to put this right here. It says Blue Jay's base. And you see this green marker right here. That marker is where we are right now. I'm going to pick this back up. I'm going to pick this back up. And then now we're going to go start on our journey. And then I'll show you what we did with this Blue Jay's base marker in a moment. But what I want to do is I actually want to start at the corner of the map, and we're gonna search this thing in a grid-like pattern. And while we're on the move here, I'm just going to keep a lookout for a horse. That way we can use a horse to hopefully get around a little bit faster. But for now, we're gonna head out this way to get to the corner of the map. Oh, he's done some upgrades to his gold farm area. This is definitely unsafe again. We should probably cover this up, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Maybe we won't. Maybe I'll leave him alone, but I just don't want to fall and die again. Oh, also, look, you can see it now that I've moved. Look, you see that green marker is still there? We have effectively placed a marker on a map in Bedrock Edition. Most people don't know that this is a thing, and it's a thing that's so much easier and so much better on Java Edition. I don't know why they don't add it to Bedrock as a parity thing. Hopefully they will soon. But at least you can mark other important locations on a large map so you can remember where they are and how to get to them. Okay, we've gotten ourselves up into the corner of the map. We've loaded everything up here. So now my suggestion for you is that you move in a grid-like pattern up and down the map. That way you can fill in everything, not have any spots missing anywhere on your map, and not have to do any real backtracking or anything like that. It's basically going to be your most effective and efficient way to do a map. And then also you want to make sure that you do passes that are wide enough to where you get every part of the map. We need to sleep before mobs start spawning in on us. Basically, you just want to make sure that you do paths that are wide enough to capture everything and you don't leave any spots uncovered if you're like a completionist, perfectionist like that. And when I'm doing one of these, and I don't do them often, although it is actually, it's honestly kind of fun to do. I like the idea of covering a whole map. If I'm going to do a map, I want the whole thing to be covered. I don't want any missing spots. So we're going to try our hardest to stay in a straight line. I've not seen any horses. There is a llama right there, but it's a baby, so I can't do anything with him. And then we'll probably do an episode here pretty soon where we actually go over like, oh, I need to move over this way some. I'm not getting some of the corner of this map. We need to do an episode at some point where we actually go over all the different passive animals and what they do, because they actually have a lot of really cool uses. One fun thing about doing this is you get to see like all of the cool landmarks that there are around your base, including whatever Blue Jay did here, where he made a path. I mean, obviously this has to be Blue Jay, right? He made a path to get over here, but he made part of it out of redstone blocks. Anybody that's watched all Blue Jay series, can you tell me what did he do here? What is this? I really want to know. I don't know what this village is, if it has any significance or not. I don't feel a need to mark it. I think I'm only going to put markers in places that I feel have some sort of like significant importance. But yeah, those redstone blocks confuse me. I don't know what that crazy bird brain is doing, but it looks like he's up to no good to me. And we found a horse. Let's get rid of these seeds. All right. Now, I'm not going to go over all horse features right now, but horses have like 3 different things about them that's different from one horse to the next. The amount of health that he has, you see the health bars popping up when I ride him, how fast he is, and how high he jumps. And there's mechanics like in the game of when you like breed horses, like what stats they're likely to get and that sort of thing. That's what we're not going to go over here today. But just know that when we finally tame this horse, you tame it just by getting on it repeatedly, and eventually he'll like you. Yeah, when we tame this horse, we're going to care for how fast he is. And the fact that he's moving extremely slow right now when I'm sitting on him is not a good sign. Okay, so now that we've tamed him, we open up his inventory by just hitting the inventory button, and we can throw a saddle on him. Now we can move him, and I swear this horse is slower than player walking speed. Oh my God. You know what? No, I am not. Horse, I am sorry. We cannot be friends. And another interesting sight, just a village, but it's a kind of a cool village. It's like got a nice layout. It's on the side of a river. It's got some good terrain height differences. If you were ever looking to like build a village up, this would be a pretty good one to pick, I think. I really like the way that guy looks. Okay, now funnily enough, we got to the bottom corner of our map and we're inside of another village, an acacia village here, which is pretty neat. But in any event, also these are great to go to if you want to find a lot of hay. I've noticed that these acacia villages, savanna villages have a lot of hay bales in them. So now that we've made it to the bottom, we want to, in our case, turn to the left. It'll make our little pin down at the bottom corner of the map also turn. And now we want to go this way a little ways. And then once we feel like we've gotten far enough this way, something like this is probably good. Now we want to head back up the map. Just wanted to give you guys that clear example of what I meant by doing a grid-like pattern. And as long as we now follow that grid pretty closely, and anytime we have to kind of scooch over, we'll scooch over towards the part of the map that we've already uncovered. We're gonna go through and we're gonna fill in the whole map. And if I find anything interesting that I want to mark with my map markers, I'll bring you guys in to show you. All right, most of the way through the second pass, and we've hit water. This is why we bring our boat, because we don't want to go around the water. We want to map the water out too. And honestly, this is like literally the easiest part to go through and like map out is when you're in the water. So take it easy, kick back, relax, row your boat, and get that map filled in. You know, this place looks like it may possibly be an important one to mark. I don't know. You guys tell me. So I guess, right? I guess we should go through and probably put a marker down. And we'll name it, I don't know, Prowl's starter base. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, here's an interesting one. Not like incredibly interesting, but interesting in a way. We have ourselves a pillager outpost here. I want to check it for 2 things. Looks like Blue Jay's already raided it because that's done. So that means this chest up here. Oh, look, there's even XP here and everything. Oh, man. I still, even though we're not going to get anything from this pillager outpost, where is the entrance to this thing, by the way? Here it is. I still want to mark it because at some point we may make a raid farm. And if we do, I'll check with Blue Jay and we'll see if he plans on using this pillager outpost for that or what his plans ultimately are. But we'll go ahead and we're going to mark this as a point of interest. And here we go. This looks like just as good of a place as any. Pillager outpost. Ooh, look what we found. That is a ocean monument. I always want to call them guardian temples. They're not called guardian temples. It's a monument, which it doesn't really look like a monument to me, but you know, whatever. So let's go ahead. Let's make another one of these. Ocean monument. And while it's definitely very possible that at some point we make ourselves a guardian farm, for now we're not going to go over what those entail, but I will tell you that as I get close to this, like I just did, it happened before I thought it would. We got hit with the mining fatigue effect, which basically just makes it to where we can't mine blocks very quickly. This little flappy right here, that's the Elder Guardian. I couldn't think of the name. The Elder Guardian is the like kind of boss of the temple, more or less. Is this the right one? It is. Okay. Ocean Monument has been marked, and we will come back for you again. As long as Blue Jay does not have plans for you, then we shall take over. And actually, I just thought about this. What if me and Blue Jay shared an Ocean Monument? But what we did was I would take half the spawn spots, he would take the other half of the spawn spots, and we would make the farm the way we want to, but collectively like do it together as like a build. That could be, I think that could be pretty fun. I'm going to talk to him about that. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Would that be fun? I think it'd be fun. And here we go. We are finishing up the last portion of our map here, and it will now be fully filled in. And unfortunately, we did not find a horse along the way, which is really weird. The only horse I saw the whole time was that really slow one that I didn't want to take. But there we go. The map is now done. Okay, so now we're going to head home, and I have a couple of other interesting map features to show you. Plus, I also want to see, I think it's going to work this way, but I'm not 100% sure. I want to see if the map at home, if we take it off the wall and look at it, if it updates to match the master copy of the map that we have right here. Okay, home, sweet home. Where do we place the map? Oh, look, it did. It filled it in automatically. I didn't even have to take it. So that's really cool. But there is a way that you can lock these maps. So let's say now I don't want this map to update if Blue Jay finds the other map and puts markers everywhere or something like that, right? Because this is my home base map. So what we could do is I could take my cartography table, place it down. I'm going to take this copy of the map in my hand. I'm just going to throw this up here for right now. And we're actually going to need something I don't have right now, oddly enough. And I need some sand so I can smelt some glass. All right, let's pop the sand into our furnace system here. We'll just throw it all in so I have some extra glass, and like we need to make a little space in here for that to go to. Okay, so I've already showed you that you have the ability to make a clone or copy of a map. We've done that. Let's pull our map off the wall here. Let's go over. Oh, I need to go to a crafting table first. We need to change one of our glass blocks here into glass panes. So now we have glass panes. We're going to come over here to the cartography table. We're going to place our map right here. We're going to put a glass pane here. This locks the map. This map now will not update based off of the unlocked version anymore. It is 100% locked in, and it's not going to go anywhere. Oh, and I almost forgot to show you one thing. Well, I say almost forgot. I didn't even know this existed, which is funny considering it's right up here. You can rename your map on a cartography table. You don't need to use an anvil to do it. So we'll just name this one Prowl's map, and we are all good to go now. Neat little thing. Don't have to waste an anvil. Definitely useful. There's something else I want to do here too, and something that I think you guys will find to be an incredibly fun thing to do in your world. Let me get over to where our main base area is going to be so I can show you something a little fun. Okay, here we go. There's our like little hole down to our double mob spawner area. And I think I could do this by making multiple maps. Let's try to make 8 of them first. And what I want to do here, we'll take this guy with us, is I want to go up to the corner of the island here, since the island is going to be primarily where we start our building, and we may expand out from here. Okay, this right here should be good. Now I'm going to click to open the map. Let me see what we got. Okay, so this is like the bottom of it. If I go this way, it'll fill in the rest of this map. And now let's just move inward to the forest here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep opening up new maps and trying to map out new areas. And then also I need to see exactly how they fit together so I know where to go. Doing this can sometimes be a little confusing if you don't use the locator maps, which we're not using the locator maps right now because I don't want to see the little locator symbols on them. And is that right? That doesn't fit. Well, it doesn't really matter if we waste some maps. So like, what if I stand right here? Okay. That kind of makes sense, but I don't understand. This goes here, right? Yeah, that goes there. Oh, this was that. Okay. See how it's starting to make sense? We'll fill it in here in a moment once we kind of, I think we'll like open all the other ones that we need to open first. Which I think the next one's going to be like somewhere off here to the right. If I can get over there, maybe we'll open it up like right here. So it should be this. And then we just need the top of it. Cool. Let's try opening right here. Nope, that's the same bit that we already had. Let's try again. Let's try it right here. Is that also still the same bit? Okay, nope, there it is. I think this fills in the rest of the island. Oh gosh, is it nighttime? All right, so this one goes here. Yeah, I think a 3x3 map would be a good way to start. So we want to fill in this area, and then this is the stony shoreline. I do think we're going to do things with that kind of early. So let me make a couple more maps, fill that in, and let's see what we got. All right, there we go. We got a 3x3 map, and then we can expand it up and maybe over a little bit more later on if we feel like we need to. But for the most part, this will encompass anything we do in like the early game, except for the fact it doesn't have our starter base there. And I have one last thing I want to point out for you guys. This guy, Mr. Cartographer, can sell you a few different kinds of maps. We did one a few episodes ago, which was the Trial Explorer map. He also can sell you a Woodland Mansion map and an Ocean Explorer map. The Woodland Explorer map will take you to a Woodland Mansion. The Ocean Explorer map will take you to an Ocean Monument. We already know where a monument is. We'll do a Woodland Mansion later, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. And there's one other map type that this guy will not show you that I can show you right now, because we actually found one in a sunken ship, and that is this guy, the treasure map. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to head in a direction. Did we already do this once this season? I don't remember. We might be going to a spot where maybe I already got the treasure. I'm not sure, but or I could be thinking of another series I've done. I don't know. But what we're going to do is we're going to wait for our little peg. We're going to keep traveling in a direction of the map. See, it's kind of facing towards the middle of the map, the peg on the screen. And we're going to keep going in this way until it actually gets on the map. And then we're going to get it onto the X. All right. We have found the area out here in the frozen tundra. This should be interesting. Is it really going to be? Okay, it is going to be on this beach. Okay, slow down. It's going to be somewhere right in here. And all we got to do is dig down, and X marks the spot. This is usually, it's not always super easy to find, but at least when you're fully enchanted, it's quick and easy enough to clear all of the sand. If we clear enough of it, we will see it. We should not have to dig any sandstone. I say that, hopefully that is the case. And hopefully it will not take long to find it somewhere over here. Ah, there we go. I just saw it. And we got our Heart of the Sea. This is actually the only way to get this item, a treasure chest, Heart of the Sea. We got a diamond, why not? We'll take the little bit of iron too. A potion of regeneration, that sounds good. And the leads, even though they're easy to craft once you find slime. We haven't found slime, we don't have slime yet in this world. And I'm now trapped. Let's see if we can get out of here. All right, well, as far as this episode is concerned, we're all explored out and done. Did you learn something new today? Hopefully you did. Or got reminded of something that you forgot about or something of that nature. I do appreciate you guys watching today. If you enjoyed this episode, please click the like button right now and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I will see you in the next Bedrock Guide episode. Bye-bye.